as we begin the final qualifying session of the evening. Look at that for a camera angle. I really wish we could have these camera angles, you know, that we could play with them. Nevertheless, here we go. See everybody leaving the pits, and it's like B rating 1. Who is first out there? I thought it was a purple car to me, but we'll find out. Swar guy. It was Ryan. I thought it was Ryan. Ryan looking to try and get some slipstream potentially. We will follow. We're not going to follow the lead driver here. Sorry, Swar guy. Ryan definitely looking to try and get some track position here with some slipstream. Potentially grabbing on the back of Sheldonby there. Now, slipstream is worth about a tenth or two. Obviously, it covers mistakes in a lap, so without slipstream, I reckon a 101.9 is possible, but with slipstream, we saw 101.8 earlier by Murray Moles. Absolutely fantastic lap by Murray Moles. Let's jump towards Ryan. I fancy going on board Ryan. Ryan's been very tactical with this, so let's see what happens. You can see the gap that he's built up to TLE there, or created for himself to get that slipstream. Let's see what happens here. So, for the final time this evening, I will take you on a track guide of Brands Hatch Indy. Let's see what happens. So we're going to head towards the start-finish line. And you're looking on the left-hand side. You're looking for that brake board which says 1 on it. Nobody's wiped it out, so you're going to brake. Keep it in 4th gear. Or you want to keep it in 4th gear, Ryan. Because that's what happens otherwise. Yeah, bit of weight transfer. And TLE's gone to Narnia there. So you brake once again at that 1 board into Druids. 3rd gear. You want to keep it in 3rd gear, Ryan, not 2nd. Because you lose speed with the gear shift, the change. So we head down towards Graham Hill, brake just before the curb in there, chuck it in. That's a good apex speed there by Ryan, nailed that beautifully. We leave Graham Hill now and we head towards the end of sector 2. No, it's not a double points thing, Rapid Gator. Basically, what you will find with this championship is that top 4 rounds count. So 65 points is on offer in the last round. As Swar guy gets a 102.7, a good banker lap there. Challenby a little bit better there, 102.4. 102.3 for Bex. So Bex showing that pace again. TSR Ryan with a 102.8. Big Mac's not having a good lap there. Neither is B Racing or Ram at this moment in time. 54, 102.9. A good lap there by 54. So in terms of the championship, literally what could happen in the final round on 22nd of December is if GT Alex gets a maximum score and Jomas does not, GT Alex wins the championship. Now, if Jomas gets a max score and GT Alex gets a max score, then Jomas wins the championship by 3 points, I think. It is literally down to the wire, this championship. Now, in terms of the podium places, a little bit more on offer, and I will present them on stream at the time for the last race of the season. But we're here for round 5. Let's see who can potentially get the best score here. Let's see if Bex is about to improve on the lap. Goes very much to the inside there. Does not improve though. TSR Ryan with a 101.807. That is the fastest lap today. Ryan does absolutely nail it there. And that is good stuff. Oh, TLE 102.288. TLE going up into P2. Brilliant stuff from TLE. So we'll see what happens. Not many improvements on that lap there, but Ryan with the fastest round to date. Oh, yeah, that's true, Rapid Gator. That's true, yeah. I'm not sure there's many people who've got max scores only done 2 rounds though. That is true, Mario Moles. That is true. We'll see what happens. You never know, someone might end up in the 101.7s. But let's wait and see. The 54. Do you know what? We didn't look at the 54's livery. That's who we missed. Let's have a look at this BP livery. What, I missed one. There you have it. As Bex gets a 102.1 there. Ryan's got in the pits. He's had enough. B Racing 1 in a 102.4. Let's see what the 54 can do on this final lap. Got TLE to follow, so potentially could get a good run here. Drop to 3rd gear there. It's not wise to drop to 3rd gear. You've got to remember with these cars, they really are heavily Like if you have any shift in weight transfer, it's very extreme. So changing gear causes weight transfer, so you got to be really careful. Looks like 54 is not improving there, but you can see the livery. It's one we missed. So who is on fast laps potentially? Is Becht on a fast lap? Does have the slipstream. Let's see what happens. I don't think he's on a fast lap at this moment in time. We'll find out when Becht gets towards the line. Oh, does it improve there? 102.0, not quite enough though. Does it improve? Maybe settling that P2. And we're not seeing any more improvements here. Ram's about to cross the line. Ram does improve. 104 dead there for Ram. Stays in P10 though, unfortunately. The Looney Tunes machine there. Tid's missing liveries again. I know, sorry. Sorry, Magic's here, had it earlier. I have caught all the other liveries. It's Magic's here who lost out severely on that. Hopefully he uses that livery in the final. So Ryan, your pole sitter with the fastest lap of the day as well, a 101.807. Just getting it from Murray Moles there. Brilliant stuff from Ryan. Excuse me. So this sprint race, 5 laps. Let's see who can take the victory. The feature races is coming after, of course, which is 15 laps and a reverse grid. Now the start, again, I've mentioned this several times, literally no traction control, false start penalties are on, front wheel drive, it is a controlled start. You have to nail it, and we've seen some very bad starts today and some absolutely stonking starts as well. As here we go, looks like Ryan's had a terrible start. Becht has had an absolutely fantastic start here, already looking to get into P1 here is Becht. Look at the speed Becht has there. Straight to P1. Happy days. And Becht into the lead. Let's see what happens into Paddock Hill. Ryan still on the inside, looking to try and keep that position. Let's see what happens. Going to have a run here. TLE looking for a run as well. Are they going to go 3 wide into Druids? Let's find out. Into the braking zone we go. Ryan goes defensive. It's only going to be 2 wide. And Ryan actually keeps that. Somehow keeps that position. I'm not entirely sure how he's done that. But well played by Ryan as we head down towards Graham Hill for the first time here. It's Ryan, Becht, TLE, Cheltenham B, and then B Racing 1 Forest. Oh, just lost out to Big Mac there. As they're 3 wide. And it looks like Forest has lost out big style there. Went from 6th to 9th place. And all the way back to 9th. And Swag Guy on the inside of 54 here into the braking zone. And they all survived that one. B Racing 1 with a penalty that will disappear before the end of the race. Becht is all over the back of TSR Ryan here. Becht was the pace setter in practice. Ryan got it in qualifying. Let's see what happens in the race. But Becht's looking to try and go around the outside at Paddock Hill Bend. Is this going to work, or is it a setup for Druids? Let's find out. Down the hill we go. Becht's looking to try and get the overlap done. He does indeed. Look at that perfect setup for Becht there. Into Druids we go. Becht's surely going to have this settled, done and dusted here. As he hits the apex beautifully there, but is Ryan going to have a better momentum out the corner? We have seen that quite a lot with these minis because it's in between gear change, and once again we see it here. Ryan still keeping that position, a little bit of contact there, but they both survive. It's bringing Cheltenham into play as well. Ryan keeps that position for now, stays in P1, and Becht in P2 under all sorts of pressure from Cheltenham. Cheltenham looks like he's going to nail that position there. Through Cheltenham he goes into P2. Brilliant, brilliant opportunistic driving there from Cheltenham B. A little bit of contact further back between B Racing 1 and it may have been Big Mac there. But everyone's still in your picture, which is nice to see. As we head towards the line now to start lap number 3. You binge your lap, wanted to get out of the way. That's fair enough, TLE. That's fair enough. And Forrest looking to get the move done there on B Racing 1. Let's see what happens. Into Paddock Hill we go. Not going to quite work for 54 actually getting the move done on Forrest. Forrest looking for the cut back there. 54 goes a little bit too deep there. Oh, nearly makes contact with Ram, but doesn't. And everyone is continuing to race here. Cheltenham under all sorts of pressure from Becht. Lovely little camera of Druids there with everybody going round it, but Ryan with a 6/10 gap at this moment in time. And Becht's actually under some pressure from TLE. The hardest position you can be in. You're attacking and defending at the same time. It's very hard to do. As we continue towards the end of Sector 2. Line astern. You heard it here. Line astern. I love that rusted mini livery. Yeah, it's a really nice idea actually. And Chaldenby putting all sorts of pressure onto Ryan now. Look at that lovely line by Chaldenby. Just losing a little bit on the exits, but going to get in the slipstream. And you're going to start seeing that gap close down. TLE actually getting the move done on Bex there on that last corner. So Bex going backwards at this moment in time. Further back, we got the Pampers machine under all sorts of pressure from the Looney Tunes machine and the 54. Let's jump to that battle here. And the Pampers machine keeps it. Ram looking to try and get on the inside of the 54. Is it going to happen? B Racing 1's on the inside of somebody there. And Ram looking, trying. Doesn't quite do it there, I don't think. As we continue on now. Swar guy looking to try and get the move done on B Racing 1. Into Graham Hill they go. Slight bit of contact between the two drivers. They both survive though, so fair play. Both survive. If you go too wide, there's more than likely going to be contact there. But it brings in Forrest, it brings in 54, it brings in Ram as well as they come towards the end of sector 2 here. Look at that, 3 wide into this, and they're going into the right hander here. B Racing 1 trying to get on the inside of Swar guy. It's not quite going to work there. Swar guy keeps the position for now. 54 looking to try and be opportunistic here. Further up ahead, Bex and TLE. They're in a bit of a ding-dong battle as well. And Bex back up in to P number 3. Chaldenby all over the back of Ryan as they head onto the final lap of this sprint race. But let's keep an eye on this battle further back. They're going 3-4 wide in towards Paddock Hill Bend. Oh, Pampers just on the grass here, going to make contact with Ram. Not much he could have done there, but they both survive somehow. And it looks like 54 is going to be the most opportunistic driver of the lot, up into P number 6. Gets it done there. Fair play 54, but Swar guy is potentially going to have a run or not. 54 gets it. Let's look at the lead battle. Nothing much changing there. Let's go jump back to this Swar guy on the inside of B Racing 1. Looks like the Pampers machine looking to try and be opportunistic here as well on the inside of everybody. Up into P7. It was P9 a second ago. Into P7. Into the left hand. There we go. They're still 3 wide here. They're back to 2 wide now. Ram getting all sorts of sideways there as well. Into the braking zone. 54 trying to defend from the Pampers machine from Canada, and round we go. And it looks like 54 has actually lost out to the Pampers machine. I'm not sure whether there's a little bit of contact there or not, but it looks like Forest 4 is going to get it, but TSL Ryan's going to be a race into just from Chaldenby. 3rd place for Bex, 4th place for TLA Big Mac, then everybody else crosses the line there. They're all so close at the very end, but Forest 4A gets it from 54, Swar guy, B Racing 1 and Ram. Good first race there from these drivers. Really good first race. The final of all finals here. What is going to happen? As we see Ram on pole position, followed by a B Racing 1, then Swar guy, 54, Forest 4A, Big Mac, TLE, Bex, Chaldenby, and TSR Ryan. 10 drivers. Probs Ryan. The rusty boy will win. Chaldenby. So we've got Chaldenby and Ryan. Let's see what happens as we get ready for the start again. Ryan won't win if he has a terrible start again. Well, he still has a chance. Let's see what happens though. Who's going to have a good start? Who's going to have a terrible start? Oh, Ram has a bad start there. What about B Racing 1? B Racing 1 has had a good start here. It looks like B Racing 1 potentially already into the lead here. Going to be already well ahead here. Swar guy also having a pretty good start there. And into P1. B Racing 1 goes. Look at that. Brilliant start by B Racing 1. Ryan has had an okay start this time. Oh, Swar guy getting all sorts of sideways there as we head up to Druids for the first time at 15. Oh, looks like Ram might have been hit there a little bit under braking. Not sure. We might have a look at that, but Ram's gone from first to last in the space of 2 corners. Not a good round here. And Forest 4A's decided to cut the corner there to cut Graham Hill completely. And oh, TLE, look at TLE trying to go down the inside and make this 4 wide as we head towards the left-hander. Is he going to get it done? He's not indeed. But Swar guy in P2 basically stopping everybody else coming through. Forest 4A's decided to turn this into rallycross, I think. The Pampers machine wants to get dirty. It's what nappies are for, of course. So, doing well so far. But 3 wide as they come onto the start finish straight here. And Ryan trying to look for a way past as well. There's a wall of minis there. 3 wide into Paddock Hill. Definitely doesn't go as they go back to 2 wide. And we head towards the first corner here. Let's see what happens. Everyone's jostling for position, and Ram's going to end up in the gravel, as does somebody else. I'm not sure who that was. Oh, it's Forrest. It's the Canadian into the gravel. Unfortunate there for the Canadian. He's been off quite a few times on that first lap, but the gravel trap is definitely not where you want to be. And Ryan already into P4. And you may remember back at Maggiore in this championship, Ryan showed an absolute masterclass coming back from the back of the field to the front. An absolute masterclass. It really was. Nobody else could do it the way Ryan did it in that race. And Ryan is looking like he's trying to show that again here at Brands Hatch Indy. We'll see as we continue on with the race. B Racing 1 and Swar Guy, they've really just accelerated away from this rest of this group. You can hear my voice is slowly going here. So if I chill out a little bit, it's because I'm just letting my voice rest a little bit. But you can see they're 2 by 2 as they cross the line. And Pampers still in it there with Forest 4A and Ryan down the inside of the 54. 54 runs a little bit wide here, potentially in the gravel. Oh, it's going to cause a bit of a pile. Bex being very opportunistic here, potentially going for the double move into Druids. Is he going to get it done? He is indeed. At 2 positions in 1 corner. Very well played by Bex there. Gets it done up into P5 at this moment in time as they head towards Graham Hill again. That line astern through Graham Hill there. Look at that. And Big Mac says, nope, not line astern anymore. I'm going for the move. Charleby are going to have to go all sorts of defensive here from 54. As you can see, Big Mac on the inside of 54 as well. Oh, a little bit of lag there between Ram and Forest 4A. They both are in North America, so in theory they shouldn't have lag between each other, but it could be because they're communicating with me. But down the hill we go. And Charleby leading this mid-pack so far. Line astern everywhere else, of course. So the race is a little bit calmer at this moment in time. Apart from obviously the mid-pack, which is always carnage. And Big Mac looking down the inside here, potentially trying to get 2 positions. Ram looking to try and go for the setup, potentially at Druids. Is it going to work? I'm not sure. And Ryan on the back of TLE already. And Ram going down the inside and not quite going to work this time on Forest 4A. But we will jump to Ryan shortly because Ryan looks like he's going to be very aggressive towards TLE, try and get past. Oh, big contact between all those 4 drivers there. It looked a little bit like lag as well in there. But they all survive at least. They all survive. Let's jump now with Bex, Ryan and TLE as TLE runs a little bit wide there. Oh, no, nails it beautifully actually, and is actually going to be all over the Swar Guy here as well. So what's that gap Swar Guy to B Racing 1? It's 1.3 seconds. That's still in the slipstream. As they head towards the start-finish line, start lap number 5. They're still line astern at the moment. Not too much action going on, except a back here, of course, where all the action always happens. Oh, Forest 4A going rally crossing again. A little bit of contact with Ram. Looking to try and get a couple of moves done here. That's 1 position. Oh, you can see the penalty there. That's how much he cut the corner. Tries to get it done. Loses 0.4 of the penalty, though. So fair play for losing quite a lot of that in Druids. But only gains 1 position in the end as far as, and it runs wide at Graham Hill. Never the best thing to do there, running on the grass. And unfortunately, you're going to drop down to P number 10. We jump towards Ryan and Bex here. Still line astern here. Charleby going defensive versus the 54 and Big Mac. Trying to go down the inside of 54 there. Looks like that could be a move done and dusted. In fact, Big Mac could have a run on Charleby here as well. He's definitely got the pace here. Charleby goes very defensive here. 54 down the outside of Big Mac here. They're going to be 3 wide potentially into the first corner. Ram goes down the inside as well. Thinks better of it and backs out of it. And Charleby keeps that position after all of that. And Forest 4A once again down the inside of everybody here. Potentially going to try and get the move done. 3 wide into Druids. A little bit of contacts here, there and everywhere. And Forest 4A has gone from P10 to P7 or 6 even. And they're still side by side here. My word. Oh, there's a bit of an off there. A bit of an off. Let's now jump towards the battle for P2 because it's hotting up. Swar Guy from TLE, from Ryan, from Bex. Everybody else trying to chase it down as well. But B Racing 1 showing a masterclass in the lead at the moment, so not involved with this. Good evening to you, Maverick. You join the feature race here of the final evening split of the day. And it is Swar Guy in P2 with TLE on the back of him. We've got Ryan under all sorts of pressure from Bex here. Into paddock we go. Line astern through there. In fact, everybody's line astern now. And Bex all over the back of Ryan. TLE all over the back of Swarguy. Go for their move down into Druids. Looks like he's going to get this done. A beautiful move from TLE there. Ghosting as well. So gaining a bit of an advantage there as well. Gets the job done. And has actually closed that gap. Swarguy comes back at him. And Graham Hill gets it. Oh, look at that. What a beautiful move. Side-by-side action through Graham Hill. Look, it is possible, guys. But Ryan goes. Thanks very much, guys. I'll join in on the fun. 3 wide as we head towards the left-hander. Who's going to come out on top? It's Ryan up 2 positions there. Gets the job done. And up into P2. Ryan showing once again how it's done. I mentioned Maggiore earlier on. That is how you do it. And everybody is now into play. It's a big scrap for this P2 position. Meanwhile, B Racing 1 is out in the lead. Me, I'd be trying to work together a little bit potentially with Ryan to try and push towards B Racing 1. But it's up to the drivers on what they do at this moment in time. Ryan is leading that pack so far. Down Paddock Hill we go. We see Forest Foray getting all sorts of sideways there. And up towards the top. Swarguy going for that move on Ryan. Little bit of contact. So TLE goes. Thanks very much, guys. I'll have that one. And gets the job done. Lovely, lovely opportunistic driving. But Ryan goes, nope. You ain't having that. Once again, side-by-side action. Lovely, lovely action. TLE gets a lovely run through Graham Hill up into P2. And that gap goes up another 0.7 seconds. 0.7 seconds to B Racing 1. The fighting is costing them the victory here. So we will see what happens as we continue through this race. Swarguy up into P3. Bex up into P4. Ryan's gone from P2 to P5 in one single lap. Wow. Action, action, action. Great track. It's a brilliant track, is Brands Hatch. I absolutely love it. Brilliant circuit. A track I have actually visited in real life and been round in real life, just as a passenger though. Specifically this track as well, actually, Indy. So we come down Paddock Hill. Oh, 54 into the gravel, as is. I didn't see who that was. It's an American. So that is Ram in the gravel as well. But TLE breaking away a little bit here from Bex and Swarguy. Bex trying to get the move done on Swarguy here. Oh, Big Mac on the grass there into Graham Hill. Never the best idea. And through we go. TLE actually breaking away here. Trying to get that gap down. It's only closed by 1/10 so far. The gap to B Racing 1. Oh, a little bit of contact there between Swarguy and Bex. Bex on the inside though. Going to keep that position, I feel. And Ryan will want to come back hard here. Wet track would be great. Well, we'll see what everybody decides to choose for the last track. But B Racing 1 still leading the way here. An absolute masterclass so far. Absolute masterclass. Leading from the front. Good start. Broke away. Can chill at the front. And Bex in P3. Now broken away a little bit from Swarguy as well. TLE has dropped that gap down to 1.7 seconds. So that's 0.7 seconds gained. It could be that we end up with a 4-5-way scrap again at the end here. We'll have to wait and see. But at the moment, Ryan is trying to get past Swarguy and Challenby's in there as well. Let's jump to that battle here. Ryan, Challenby, Swarguy. Challenby on the inside of Swarguy. What a lovely move that is at Graham Hill. Lovely, lovely move, but Swarguy's going to have a bit of slipstream here, so going to keep that position. Lovely attempt though, and that line astern into the left-hander to finish sector 2 here on the 10th lap. And into the braking zone. Anyone going to make any dicey moves here? Not quite. You can see the Pampers machine in there as well. A little bit of contact between Big Mac and that Pampers machine. Ryan up into P4 now. Let's have a look at that gap. It's down to 1.3 seconds here between B Racing 1 and TLE. Gaps closing throughout the field here. Line astern everywhere else. It looks like there's potentially one move on the cards further back between Big Mac and the 54. They're side by side through Paddock Hill. Ram's going to have a bit of an opportunistic drive here. Going to have a good run on Big Mac. Big Mac goes defensive into Druids. Oh, a little bit big lag spike there. That's completely stopped Forest 4A in his tracks. But he's going to survive here. A little bit of a bump there from Ram as well to keep him going. Doesn't want to go too wide into Graham Hill, which is a very sensible move in the grand scheme of it. It's better to lose minimal time than lose a lot by going side by side. You see Challenby there in P6 trying to get the move done. Oh, in fact, under all sorts of pressure on 54 there. 54 gets that move done into P6. Challenby really stuck in that mid pack at the moment. Line astern through, there we go. Let's actually have a look here. Oh, that gap is down to 0.6 of a second. TLE is on a mission, as is Bex. We could see an absolute finale of all finales here. As you see, B Racing 1, TLE, Bex. Ryan's broken away now as well, so Ryan will be really chasing down hard to try and get those maximum points. That Swar guy, who is leading the best of the rest so far. Oh, was leading the best of the rest, is in the gravel and going to go all the way to the back of the field. Oh, that's so unfortunate there. Ram on the inside of Forest 4A into Druids there. So Ram going to gain a position as well. Swar guy really lost out. A lot of work to do towards the end there. We'll be disappointed, but could still get some valuable points if he just gets going again. Let's jump to the lead battle now, because B Racing 1 is under all sorts of pressure from TLE and Bex. 0.5 penalty there for TLE, but that should come off before the end of the race. We did see that come off earlier on. As we go into the braking zone here, TLE is going to have to attack and defend at the same time. Let's see what happens. As you can see, that gap is closing. It's closing. It's closing. It's now a 1/10 of a second. TLE pulls out of that slipstream. Bex is trying to follow TLE, get a nice lovely line for Paddock, potentially trying to get both of them into Paddock Hill Bend. We'll have to wait and see. A little bit of contact potentially going to happen here. Look, Bex is looking for the setup here, looking for the overlap. Oh, he's going to get on the inside of TLE here. TLE on the outside as they head towards Druids here. Into the right hand, there we go. Bex, sorry, TLE trying to go around the outside. Bex trying to follow B Racing 1, but TLE's going to have an absolute superb run out of Druids here as they head down towards Graham Hill. B Racing 1 having to go full defensive. Full defensive. Oh, there's a bit of contact there between TLE and B Racing 1. B Racing 1 potentially could have a bit more of a run out the corner. We'll have to wait and see. Bex is in there as well. Bex can't do anything. Bex sits behind TLE. They're going to the left-hander. They're going to come into the braking zone, which is a right-handed corner. And this is bringing Ryan into the picture as well. This is going to be a finale of all finales again, I feel. And a little bit of contact there between TLE. Sorry, not TLE. Bex and B Racing 1. They leave there now. It's a four-way scrap for the finish. For the final time here, it's the penultimate lap. We're about to start, and it's TLE, B Racing 1, Ryan on the inside of Bex here. So Ryan coming back into the picture. Can Ryan get there? B Racing 1 down the inside of TLE to Paddock Hill. Doesn't quite get it done there. Ryan and Bex still in there as well. Look at that, 4 cars, and then further back, the line astern. TLE goes defensive from B Racing 1. We've got Ryan in there as well. Into Druids we go, 2 by 2. Little bit of contact there between Ryan and B Racing 1, but I think that was fine, to be honest. There wasn't too much contact there. B Racing 1 going to have a bit more of an overlap as we head towards Graham Hill once again. Into the braking zone we go, 2 by 2. Lovely clean racing from these guys. Look at that. They give each other just enough room there. Absolutely superb there from Ryan and B Racing 1. But TLE leading the way. They're 3 wide. Bex on the inside of B Racing 1 as well as they come towards the left-hander. Oh, lovely driving here, guys. Lovely, lovely driving. Into the braking zone we go. Ryan looking to try and get it done. Doesn't get it done there. Oh, TLE still leading the way then from Ryan. And Bex gets on the inside of B Racing 1. Potentially going to have the slipstream here if people come towards the inside. We'll have to wait and see. You can see it's a 4-way fight for this victory. We're about to start the final lap here at Brands Hatch Indy for the final time in Mini Madness. Let's see what happens as we head towards Paddock Hill for this final time. Ryan right behind TLE here. TLE gets rid of that penalty, which is significant as they head towards Druids here. TLE is going to have to go defensive, surely going to have to go defensive here. They're going to the break zone. Ryan looks on the inside. Ryan gets the move done here on the final lap. Is Ryan going to take the victory here? We'll have to wait and see. But TLE gets a good run out the corner. Going to remain in P2, I feel here. Ryan goes defensive into Graham Hill. One last time. Through we go. Looks like TLE's had a brilliant run through. TLE on the inside of Ryan here. TLE back into the lead. Back into the lead on this final lap. As we head towards the left-hander now, they're side by side. Bex is in there as well. B Racing 1 potentially going to be opportunistic here. TLE going to have to go full defensive mode here. Doesn't. Ryan gets on the inside. A little bit of contact here. B Racing 1 down the inside. It's going to be a 3-way finish here. B Racing 1 is going to get the victory here potentially. Let's see what happens. Oh, TLE's on the outside here as well. Oh, it's so close. They head towards the line for the final time. What a finish. B Racing 1, the opportunistic driver here, gets the victory from Ryan. Then TLE, the Bex. Charlton gets P5, P6. Oh, I'm not going to call that. Oh my word, what a finish. So B Racing 1 went from P4 to P1 on the last corner because everybody was fighting each other. Superb B Racing 1, absolutely superb. Quad overtake for the win. Absolutely superb way to finish this Brands Hatch round in Mini Madness. Here's your provisional race results. B Racing 1 gets it from TSR Ryan, TLE Bex, Chalder B Big Mac, Forest 4 Ace, Guy Ram 54. They're your 10 drivers who finished the evening split 2. We didn't get a maximum score in this one. Absolutely brilliant move by B Racing 1 at the last corner there. Absolutely fantastic stuff. That's going to be it for me now, guys. We are going to raid somebody else's channel. I'm actually going to play the intro as we leave now. Thanks very much for tuning in today for the racing. It has been absolutely fantastic. Make sure you're in the Discord for more information and to get involved with the votes. You can either follow me on in Discord or on Twitter.